Hey guys, Chris from Pro Beast Audio Installation, and today we're doing a new stereo install on the Subaru Forester. Today we're going to show you how to remove the factory radio, which is doubled in size, and show you how to install the new one, including all the wiring and the installation. So the first thing we're going to do is get this factory radio out, and we're going to show you how to do that. Provo Beats Audio Installation channel is sponsored by NVX and Sonic Electronics. Get 10% off all speakers, amplifiers, wiring kits, and more with coupon code PBAI at NVX. Also get 5% off all car audio components at Sonic Electronics with coupon code ProvoBeast. Alright, so using a pedal tool, what we're going to do is just start down below by the gear shifter. Just kind of popping that on out. Now if you need to actually get a little more space, what you want to do without starting the car is you'll put the foot on the brake, turn the key one click so you can pull the gear shifter back. Make sure your e-brake is on. That'll allow you to actually get this out of the way so you can get this center piece up and over the gear shifter and out of the way. Alright, so we put in the key, pull the gear shifter back just a little bit. Again, you don't have to start it, but that allows us to get this just enough out of the way where we can get to these two Phillips screws. Go ahead and remove those, and then our HVAC controls will actually move out of the way, allowing us enough space to get to our main panel piece up and around the factory radio. So there's going to be a clip here, here, and here. You have to relieve those clips here and here on the sides as well. So you'll start from the bottom, put a little pressure, and using this pedal tool, you'll just kind of work your way up and around these corners to relieve each clip one at a time. Go super slow because you don't want to crack any of this. Once that's out, you'll have your hazard switch. Go ahead and remove the harness to that hazard switch. You can do that by pressing this little tab down. That'll get out of the way. And at this point, you're going to have two harnesses down on your HVAC controls. Go ahead and remove those. That'll leave us plenty of space to get the 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and pop those out. Alright, back here, go ahead and disconnect your harnesses, your antenna harness and your Subaru harness. Once you do that, stereo comes free. Now with all your harnesses disconnected, at this point we're going to head over to the test bench and get the new radio all wired up. Okay, so what we've done with the harness adapter, we're using the Metro 70-8901. With this, we put some heat shrink tubes on the end. We soldered all the colors together, color for color. We just left a little lead off here for an amplifier turn on. And then at this point, since everything's soldered, color for color, we didn't use the illumination because we're just doing a singled in. But we're going to pull the tubes over that, heat shrink them on so they're nice and solid. For the actual radio itself, you're going to have to pull, if you're doing a singled in, the actual brackets off factory radio. The kit that we used, I'll post down in the description the part number, but essentially it screws into the pocket and into the new radio. You'll use the screws that came with your radio and the screws that came with the pocket to assemble that all together. And then we're going to put this in all as one piece and bolt it up using the factory Phillips screws that we pulled out from the factory radio. At this point, everything's all wired up. We're going to head back into the car, clean up the wiring here, and get it installed. Okay, so we're back here in the car. We connected our wiring harness, got everything taped up, super nice and clean. Got the other end plugged into the back of the radio. Also, we're running a subwoofer and amplifier. So we do have RCAs run here in the dash. Now, before you plug everything in, be sure to remember to plug in your antenna. Now, this fortunately doesn't require an antenna adapter. It's a standard Motorola plug. At the same time, we've installed our Bluetooth mic, ran it down the E-pillar, up underneath, out of the way of the pedals, and into the dash here as well. So we're going to get that hooked up. At this point, we're going to hook up the wiring harness, which we've gotten done, the Bluetooth mic, and our antenna adapter. We're going to get that all in, back into the dash, and reassembly. Okay, so we turned on the key just to test it. Everything's buttoned up, nice and tight. I took off the trim ring around the radio just so the whole radio can actually fit around the dash cavity here. But at this point, we're going to hook up your HVAC controls. Make sure you get your hazard switch harness also hooked up, and go ahead and finish up the reassembly. Okay, there we go. We got everything popped back on. Now we didn't use the trim ring up and around the stereo just because it won't fit within the actual DIN pocket area. If you had a double DIN, it actually would fit in there perfectly. We're doing a single DIN with the pocket here. Everything's all back together. We're going to throw a little bass knob here for an amplifier that we've installed in the back. Again, we got our Bluetooth mic. Everything's run nice and clean. At this point, we're good to go. If you have any questions about this install, just go ahead and post a comment below. Thanks, guys, for watching the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and we will certainly see you in the next video.